5-4. Heading into the day, the Phillies sit in third place in the National League East Division. They trail by 8.5 games. While the Marlins are fourth in the division. They're 16.5 games out of first. Steven Strasburg got the W and now has 5 this year, helping the Nats down the Braves 3-1. As of right now, the Nationals are in last place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Braves are second in the division, 4.5 games back. The Cubs held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 3-1. In the standings, the Brewers are in 4th place in the NL Central, 16 games out of first, and the Cubs are second in the division. They're 2 games back. The Pirates pounded out 17 hits in this one as they ran over the Reds 14-2. At the start of the day, the Pirates are atop the NL Central, 2 games up on second place, while the Reds are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Detroit Tigers totaled 11 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 7-3. Heading into the day, the Cardinals are in third place in the NL Central, 14 games back, while the Tigers sit in second place in the AL Central Division, 11 games out of first. The D-backs totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 5-1. As of right now, the Diamondbacks sit in last place in the National League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the White Sox are in 4th place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. The San Francisco Giants combined for a 4-hitter as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 4-0. Entering the day's action, the Rockies are in 4th place in the NL West, 20 games out of first, while the Giants are second in the division. They trail by 8.5 games. Julio Urias allowed nothing in his complete game shutout win as the Dodgers were winners over the Padres 3-0. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. In the standings, the Padres are in first place in the NL West, a commanding 8.5 games ahead of second, while the Dodgers are second in the division. They trail by 8.5 games. Marcus Stroman pitched his way to his 100th career victory, leading Texas to a victory over the Red Sox 4-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. At the start of the day, the Red Sox are in last place in the AL East, 20 games out of first, and the Rangers are atop the American League West, 2 games up on second place. Aaron Judge had 3 hits in the game, driving in 3, as the Yankees claim victory over the Orioles 5-4. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. As of right now, the Orioles are in 4th place in the AL East, 9.5 games behind first. And the Yankees are second in the division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wild card. The Cleveland Guardians put together 10 total hits as they pulverized the Twins 7-1. Heading into the day, the Guardians are atop the AL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Twins are third in the division, 16 games out of first. Kyle Tucker had an outstanding day at the plate with 8 runs batted in, leading the Astros to victory against the Angels 10-2. He is among the American League leaders in home runs. In the standings, the Astros are in 4th place in the AL West. They're 7 games back, while the Angels are second in the division. They're 2 games back. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, leading the Blue Jays past the A's 11-7. He is currently among the RBI leaders in the American League. As of today, the A's sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Blue Jays sit in first place in the American League East Division. They have a 4.5 game cushion. The Tampa Bay Rays got 11 hits overall as they sank the Mariners 7-1. Entering the day's action, the Mariners sit in third place in the American League West Division. They're 3.5 games back, while the Rays sit in second place in the American League East Division, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wild card. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.